All right, what up? What up? So before we get to today's show, and rest assured we'll get to it very shortly, just want to give you a little peek behind the curtain as to some context of the show. So today we had some internet connectivity issues. Don't know why. We'll get them worked out. Nevertheless, we did soldier on, which I feel like is should be the slogan of this podcast, right? Because we seem to say that a lot. But yeah, we soldier on, and also there are a few interruptions talking about the Bruins Cap series because it was ongoing while we were playing, and whew, that turned out to be a game. I can't believe this is about to come out of my mouth, but go Bees. All right, let's start the show. All right, welcome to this episode of Stone Sports. I am Bert. With me, as always, I have Dubs. Say what up, Dubs.
Здравствуйте.
And Meech. What up, Meech? I'm trying to...
What did we get up to this week?
Moving.
Did my mic not?
No, it picked up.
Do it again?
No, you're good, bro.
Okay.
No, you're good. I've been moving all week, dude. It fucking sucks. What about you?
Worked. Went to a fucking party over the weekend. That was a lot.
Yeah?
But, watched the Bruins lose at that party. And now here we are watching them. I mean, we're tied right now, but I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, man. I watched the last game, and honestly, if it was McAvoy whose stick broke on that first Caps goal, if that doesn't happen, they win that game. Like, it would have been a 2-1 game. Like, that's just bad luck, dude. I'm trying to find the game right now, and I can't fucking get it to come on this TV. What is this bullshit? I hate cable.
I can only find it on Aston, which is our, local.
Right. Yeah. I don't...
National, though. It's on NBCS Sports Network.
Right. I figured as much, but this TV setup is just so weird. I can't fucking figure it out. It's some weird shit my pops has going on. I don't fucking know. So,
Is it like a company, or is it like DirecTV, or is it just like some
DirecTV's the worst.
it looks kind of like a DirecTV interface, but I don't know what it is. I've never seen this interface before.
Or is it? No, the worst is Dish, actually.
Yeah, Dish is the worst.
I never had that's true. I never had Dish.
DirecTV, you can pretty sort out. Like, I had DirecTV most of my life growing up, so you can sort it down by like category and shit. Otherwise, it is overwhelming. But the category sort is very, very good. Dish is like old school cable. Like, you have to remember the channels, basically.
Right.
It's a pain in the dick.
I've only ever
spoiled because now I have YouTube TV, and that just like auto populates what you watch last, which is usually like, NBC Sports Network or ESPN or whoever has a sport event on is usually the last thing I watch. So it just auto populates, and then if I go down, it's like right now it's Parks and Rec, but before it was The Office. So like I go to wherever it just like auto populates wherever I usually go, basically. So that's fantastic.
That's dope.
I've always had Comcast or DirecTV, and Comcast, the customer service is way worse than DirecTV, but it works more often.
Right.
And I never had Dish, but everyone I know that had Dish bitched about it, so I believe you, Meech.
Yeah,
no, they're the cheapest for a reason. You can get it's like half the price of any package, and it's the worst.
Welcome to Stone
you're
Sports, your number one channel for sports coverage, by the way.
If you're paying half price for something, and everything else is double it, you're gonna expect the quality.
Yeah,
pretty shitty.
Usually,
you should.
Unless there's just a lot of overhead, but all telecom companies have a lot of overhead, so they're like not really, saving any money there.
Yeah, at all. All right, well, let's get into some sports. I can't get this fucking game on the TV. I'm not worried about it. Let's get into some sports. What do you guys want to talk about first?
Bitch?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm jumping my line, as they say in the theater. What's the oof?
Get a false start. Bertle B. Macklin.
As they also say in the theater, exit stage left, Bert.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah,
They pulled the hook
Yeah,
Go,
yeah, they did.
With Bob Seger's "There I Go on the Road Again."
You know that's like
Here
my
I go.
least favorite
Again.
artist in musical
I
history.
know you hate that song. I love Bob Seger, so that's just a shocker.
All right, what's
He
the
doesn't wear a
oof?
robot helmet. Birdie's not about it.
Hey. Hey, that's not true.
R.I.P.
Although if the
R.I.P.
Beatles wore robot helmets, they'd be better.
R.I.P.
They didn't need robot helmets. They just had badass haircuts. Dude.
Yeah, just monster dicks. The Beatles have
Over the
monster
week.
dicks. You heard it here. What's going on, Dubs? What is the oof? It's already happening.
And thank you for the oof.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for us this
We're gonna
week on
close up
Stone
shop
Sports.
now.
Yeah, I think that's a sign from Gad.
Gad?
It's a sign from Gad.
Gad.
That's my Dan Aykroyd impression. It's a sign from Gad.
We should write it in the thing. We can't hear you.
Yeah, please do. I only have one hand right now. So,
Hey, your bloody stump on my hand, bro.
yeah. Burn the living fuck out of my hand right now.
Burns are the worst.
Yeah, they're
Hello?
incredibly obnoxious. Yay, and he's back. The boy is back. What's up, bro?
I don't know how I'm hooked up to an Ethernet cable, and my Discord is just like, you know what? Not responding.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
gets mad at
either.
me and shuns me. It's
I don't
goes
get it
shun.
because you told me
unshun.
your internet speed, and I thought you would have had like 25 megabits per second.
Yeah,
You
right?
have like 200.
I have great internet. It's like I told you, it does the Dwight. Shun, unshun, shun. Unshun.
Shun, unshun.
My internet is just the moodiest bitch you've ever met.
Hell yeah.
That's how mine was in the apartment, and I felt like that was because I had there was so many streams
Yeah.
that there wasn't a lot of consistency. I felt like, but ever since I've been at the
That's
house,
a
it's not
trip.
about that.
That's a trip. You're going to the box, bitch.
Get in the
Enjoy
box.
your stint, motherfucker.
Get in the box.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
You must be ahead of me.
Always am, Meech. Always am.
Get in the box.
Except for when it comes to Discord.
Hey, I'm leaving all of this in because it's fucking gold. What's the oof, Dubs?
Speaking of moody pitches, unruly passenger was forced a JetBlue flight to stop midway through to kick the guy off. They're supposed to go from New York to San Francisco, and they stopped in Minneapolis to get rid of the guy.
What'd he do?
So he was. We'll get there. So he was arrested. The man was reportedly he refused to wear a mask, yelled racial slurs to all the passengers of color, made inappropriate comments to all the female passengers on board, including touching at least one woman, harassed every single stewardess, made one cry, and he was also went to the bathroom every 5 minutes to snort what was in it, what passengers described as a bag full of a white substance.
Wow.
Guy was loaded up on coke.
Yep.
One of the passengers, I have a quote from one of the passengers. He just wanted us to sing at some point. He smelled very strongly. It was a very pungent smell.
I wonder
kept
what he
walking
wanted
the
to
bathroom.
sing.
He wasn't wearing a mask. That's what I want to know. I want to know what song he wanted them to sing.
The wheels
Piano
on the
Man.
bus go round and round.
Yeah,
That would be
maybe.
horrific.
I was thinking Piano Man from Billy Joel.
So sing us a song. Memories.
La da 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 da.
What songs do cokeheads like?
All of the Talking Heads records. Every single Talking Heads song is a smash to a cokehead. So it could be something like that. Maybe some ZZ Top. I'm trying to think back. When we were doing coke, it was
I
usually-
hope
Think that
it's ZZ
associates
Top.
like 80s music with cocaine because of like Vice City.
Right. I mean, that is partially true. Yeah, but it just has to keep a driving beat and it has to be pretty fast. If it does that, like, cokeheads are on board. You know, as long as it's just like dun 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 for like, you know, at least 2.5 minutes, you've got them. Which is why the Talking Heads always works, because that's all it is. And then it's just David Byrne like on top of it, so it just works. That's yeah, that I feel like that's got to be the most embarrassing thing in the world. Maybe not if you're hopped up on coke, but like being asked to leave a plane. Like, did you hear about years ago when Kevin Smith was kicked off a plane? What?
He was arrested for drug charges, so it was indeed cocaine.
Nice. Well, it could have been bath salts too.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. Could, white powder can be a few things. Could even be meth. Could be, quite a. We're not.
We just know it wasn't sugar or flour.
Exactly.
Although, how hardcore would that be if he was snorting just pure
snorting sugar and being a menace?
I was just thinking
that would be way funnier. Be way funnier if that was the case. He's just like
it's just like Fun Dip
from snorting flour and sugar. Yeah. He just crushed up.
Sir, where's the Fun Dip stick? I stuck it up my ass.
I was gonna say it's not even the Fun Dip he's snorting. He just crushed up the stick.
No, he boofed the stick and he's snorting the powder.
Pieces going up the nostrils.
He keistered it for later.
Oh man. Oh boy. All right, let's get to the sports. I think it's been long enough. People are probably waiting for that. So what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about hockey? You want to talk about baseball? It's up to you guys. I'm willing to go in any direction.
Should I start some baseball? So
Dodgers.
Oh, go ahead.
Dodgers actually won some games recently, so that's good to see. They won 4 straight and then lost the last one. So they're now back to normal record-looking thing. I thought that would have been their first win of the year, but it was not, despite all of the fan reactions. We also signed Pujols, which was news to me. I mean, on Saturday, I got that notification. I was like,
yeah,
weird.
Me too.
But we have had a lot of injuries, and he does basically fit right in with where Edwin Rios used to be, who's now out for the year. So that makes sense that they would get that position, but it's still a little weird, that you would do
it
that.
It is weird.
Only paying him $420,000 though, because
the 420 represent.
Hey, 420.
Let's go. I was gonna say it is weird, but I don't hate the move given your situation. That was basically my opinion on it when I got the notification.
It would make a lot more sense if we had the DH.
Oh my God, put that away.
Yeah.
You gotta score that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I totally understand. I'm on the edge of my seat right now, just watching the score. Talking about the Bruins and the Caps for those listening. What else is going on in baseball?
Good.
Me and Meech talked about it a little bit off air, but the Oakland A's asked permission to seek relocation. Me and Meech talked about it off air. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna go anywhere.
This is like a yearly thing. The big news here is that MLB actually granted them. This is a yearly story with the A's, and I know just because it's right up the road here, so it's really covered hard every year. But basically, they have a new stadium proposal pending, and that goes to the Oakland board or whatever local government council, city council.
Right.
Jesus Christ!
Nice job. Proud of you.
And so if that doesn't get approved, MLB has already told them, then they should probably look to relocate. So the big news is MLB finally told them to. But I mean, this is a yearly story. Every year they talk about getting a new stadium. Every year they don't get a new stadium, and then every year they talk about moving. I'll believe it when I see it. This news story doesn't really sound different than what we hear, other than the fact that MLB has given them the quote-unquote okay to move if they don't get any.
Right. Where would they even move to?
I hope it's somewhere dumb, like Iowa.
Nah, they'd probably go Vegas.
Yeah, probably. That's where everyone's fucking going. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense for... I mean, they have a fan base, they do. But they're not like a huge fan base. And that's why it was kind of weird for the Raiders to go there. Arguably the most favorite franchise of all of California. Like if you polled California, I bet you more of them would be Raiders fans than anything else here. So I thought it was weird that you would move that team out of California, but it fits in with the Raiders to go to Las Vegas. So I think the A's would move there as well. I mean, that's the next big place where every major league organization is trying to get a franchise there. So
yeah,
we'll see. But that was one of the situations I saw.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it makes sense because the residents of Las Vegas don't really go to the casinos very often.
Right.
They either work there or, whatever. But they are very good at sporting events. They are very rabid fans. We've seen it.
Yeah, look at the Knights. Yeah.
They've been a great franchise. And even before the Knights, they had the Wranglers, which were a minor league hockey team that went there that where they really found out that there was a huge interest there for that.
Right.
And then obviously they were excited for the Raiders. We will see them have fans in the stadium this time around. But I think that they're just going to welcome with any open arms any franchise that wants to go there.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Me too. I concur, Doctor.
Meech, Corbin Burns, strikeouts without a walk. He set the MLB record for the most strikeouts without a walk in a row. And then not even a week later, Garrett Cole went out and broke his record. I just thought it was funny. A record got broken and then immediately turned around and it's gone again.
Yeah, most of the records getting broken in baseball are old record, or the ones that anyone talks about usually are old records, and then you have this happening. But yeah,
Albert Pujols officially cleared waivers and is an MLB free agent. We talked about him on the last show. I think he's fucking done.
Albert Pujols?
Yeah.
He signed with the Dodgers.
Did he really?
I went over that.
Yeah, we just went over.
No, he is.
That was when my Discord cut out, bro.
Oh.
He is officially a Dodger. They announced it today. It became official today. They moved. We don't need to talk about the roster moves they made. They made roster moves. It became official today. He had his news conference today. He is a Los Angeles Dodger.
Gotcha.
Also, last episode I was kind of just not listening to you. There's only one franchise in LA. I want you to know that. The other one is in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you said one of the LA teams. There's not two LA teams. There's one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's basically the same shit.
It's like how the
They're
Bills
the
are
Los
the only
Angeles
franchise
Angels
in
of
New York.
Anaheim, are they not?
No. They're just the Anaheim Angels. Forever.
That's not true.
They could also be called the California if they want to. I don't really care, but they are not the Los Angeles Angels. That's just not true. Nope.
If you Google them in their Twitter account, it says Los Angeles.
I think Beach is taking a moral stance here. I think that's what's happening. This is principle. Yeah, I support you. Speak your truth, bro.
How many teams are you gonna kick out of? Like, you don't acknowledge the Sacramento Kings. The Angels.
Does anyone
aren't allowed to have their city?
Does anyone?
I'm just saying. You're slimming down the numbers. The Raiders left. The A's left. Maybe they're doing it to get away from you. They don't want your wrath anymore.
I had nothing ever against them.
Yeah, but you could come for them next.
I actually root for the A's.
You could come for them next.
Why would I come for them next? They own all of California.
Everyone's afraid of
anywhere in California and own it. I just said that. First of all. Second of all, the A's, I actually like A's fans because most A's fans are actually diehard A's fans and hate the Giants. It's the Giants fans that I hate because they'll leech over to the A's when the Giants aren't doing well. So those are the worst. And I don't want the A's to move, but I don't think they're getting a stadium. So I'm guessing that they're going to move. But they do rightfully own Oakland. That's factual.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any competition.
And they are a franchise. I mean, they're in the playoffs all the time. So that's not really up for debate. So I'm not really getting where you're coming from with this.
All right, you just shit on every other California team, but your Dodgers and the fucking other one, the Los Angeles Kings. That was where I was coming from.
I don't
confused.
shit on. They're not in LA,
guys. My finger is like gonna fall off. I think.
What did you do? Why is it every time we record you're hurt?
Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Because
It's either we get on to record and you're hurt, or I go to listen to it when it comes out, and in the intro you're like, oh, so fucked myself up this week, or I'm sick this week.
I had a perfect chance to drop I don't know, because I'm stupid, and I missed it. God damn it.
Probably because you're fucking stupid.
That's exactly what it is. Way to go, Meech. Way to speak my truth for me, bro. I appreciate it. Any other baseball news before we move into the basketball stuff?
I mean, we saw a Padres fan get violent with a Rockies fan at Coors Field.
Nice.
Different teams fans with violence in the NL West.
Nice.
Dude, which brings me to the whole. I was going to segue this into baseball at the time, and then I was just like, we're not ready for it. But when you're oof of the week, like, why can't we all just get along? Everyone wants to go to sporting events, and now no one can get along at any sporting event anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
It's because people have forgotten how to be around each other because of COVID.
There might be some truth to
that. Yeah. I feel it's, those stories you hear about, like, people getting out of prison and they don't know how to behave in the normal world, because they're used to the prison. I feel like it's something similar to that. Like, everyone's been quarantined for so long. Now, like, they're just like, I fucking hate everyone. I don't know. Who knows what's happening? Sporting events have always, in my experience, always get rowdy.
Andy Dufresne.
They should be rowdy.
Yeah.
But if we're getting back to full capacity, you want
some rowdiness?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
I'm all about it. Birdie, by the way, the party I was at this weekend, how to deal with a goddamn Capitals fan.
Yeah, how was that?
Just absolutely oblivious to what Tom Wilson is, and it's shocking.
How shocking is that? I'm so glad one of you had to experience it.
I don't know how you can put blinders on that hard.
I don't. It's everything about that fan base. I just don't understand them. Like, it's not just the Tom Wilson stuff. It's like it's everything. They think Alex Ovechkin is the single greatest player to ever play hockey, which doesn't make sense. I mean, he's great, but he's not the best ever. I mean, that's just not true. We're not doing this. I'm having you can hear the like seizure happening in my brain.
One more thing for baseball. The Marlins, second team to unveil their City Connect jerseys. Did you guys have?
Did not. How did I not?
No,
we were literally
I didn't see it either. Let me
they didn't
do
wear
a quick
them
Google.
Yet. They just unveiled them.
Doing a quick Google.
They got
they're
red.
The Reds.
Yeah, it's basically that's what I was gonna say. It's red jersey, white pinstripes, and it looks like a Cincinnati Reds jersey.
They're actually not bad though. With the Miami teal in there, that's not a bad looking jersey.
No, and with the hats and everything, it's not bad. I like it. It's just like we said, the red.
I like those in pinstripes. I'm not a pinstripe guy. I don't like pinstripes.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty cool, and then sometimes I'm like, nah, bro.
But I do like those are better than the thin pinstripe. The wide pinstripes are better. I feel like those are pretty clean jerseys.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
All right, you boys want to talk about some basketball?
I like basketball.
Take it away, Dubs. I know you do, boy.
So we had the Hall of Fame classes. We had next year's unveiled, and they gave the plaques away to this year's class.
Current inductees?
Yes, thank you, Mage. Current inductees.
I felt like you were searching for help there, so I threw out a little life raft.
Terminology was escaping me. But we had Tim Duncan, Kobe, which his oldest daughter and Vanessa Bryant accepted it on Kobe's behalf, of course. Boston guy going in as well. My boy, the big ticket, Kevin Garnett. So those are your three.
Boston or Minnesota?
Boston.
Because
where'd he win his championship? It sure as fuck wasn't Minnesota, I'll tell you that much.
Paired up with people. But he's a Timberwolf in my mind. Did he go in as a Timberwolf? No. Do they have... He went as a Celtic? Yeah. That's... Ew.
That's where he won his title, bro.
I just lost respect.
New Stone Sports bumper sticker. That's ew.
He also hates the Timberwolves, so there's no no way he was going in as a Timberwolf.
Double the time with I was counting. That's why I didn't respond. 12 years as a fucking Timberwolf.
I know
6
you have
as
to
a
have
Celtic.
full focus to count.
Jesus Christ.
Either way, going to the Celtic. Next year's class headline: Paul Pierce, The Truth, Chris Bosh, Chris Webber, and Tony Kukoc.
The Basketball Hall of Fame is the easiest one to get into by far. I mean, this year's class was good, obviously, all-time greats. But I'm sorry,
there are people in the Basketball Hall of Fame that should not be.
Yeah, because it's like college and pro. So if you did anything in college or in the pro, and then they just shoe in everyone.
Yeah, I remember
because does Chris Bosh sound like a Hall of KG, Tim King, Kobe, all sure, no doubt are Hall of Famers, right? So those aren't really it. But Chris Bosh,
he's a good player. He was a great player at his peak, but he wasn't.
Not
I
a
don't
Hall
even
of
know
Famer.
if he was ever a top 10 player in the league at any point.
He didn't even have a first-team All-NBA selection.
Yeah. I don't think that's Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying. They just let everyone.
And his career got cut short. He didn't have a full career.
No, but
so,
he didn't
you
even
can't really
do
get
that
him
well.
off his stat. But that's what I'm saying. You can't.
But it's
go
not like
off
TV, who had a short career but then balled out when he was there.
That's what I'm saying.
He just didn't have anything.
But you also can't give him he played forever, consistent forever. Like he played till he was 32, 33. He wasn't that old.
Yeah.
That's all I had for the Hall of Fame classes, though. From there, we will go to the end of the leagues or end of the season stat leaders. Start with the scoring leaders. Steph Curry, he was only the second word title after age 33. And do you know who the other person was, Michela? It's MJ.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna guess Kobe because I remember because he was the only one on the Lakers at some point. He just took all of the shots.
Yeah, those years he wasn't.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
Those years he wasn't putting up 28 to 30 though. That was when he started pulling back to 24, 25 a game.
I mean,
but he was still the only people taking shots.
One of his last 3 years there.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'll look it up, but go ahead.
Where was I? Okay, yeah, the end of the league, end of the season stats. Steph Curry was the scoring leader. Second to him was Bradley Beal. Curry led with 32 points per game. Beal had 31.3, and after that, it fell off. So Curry and Beal, the top scorers in the league this year. Curry gets the honors. Like I said, only the second player to win it after age 33, next to Michael Jordan. Anytime you're getting compared to Michael Jordan, it's that. Rebound leader Clint Capella for the Hawks. He's been a beast on the boards for a few seasons now. Stifle Tower was second on that list. Assists per game, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double this season, broke Oscar Robertson's triple-double record, and he put up an insane 11.7 assists per game with Bradley Beal doing the scoring as his counterpart. Blocks per game, Miles Turner led that with 3.4. Rudy Gobert, runner-up again, 2.7. I still think Rudy Gobert is going to be the defensive player of the year, though, like we talked about on last show. And Jimmy Butler led the league in steals, 2.1 per game.
Okay, so it was the fourth year. So it was he averaged 27.3 and 27.9 his 4 years before he retired and 3 years before he retired. So he did average. I mean, he balled out at some point at the end of his career.
Fair enough. I'll give it to you. You were close enough with 3 years.
I mean, and he did it back-to-back years because he was literally the only option at that. There was no one else on the team.
Right. Yeah, there really wasn't in those years. That was when they were in that awkward phase where they had Kobe, but were trying to rebuild, but wouldn't get rid of Kobe because it's Kobe.
Signed him into an extension that paid him the most amount of money in the league.
Right.
Yeah.
With a guess. Kyrie Irving, part of the 50-40-90 club. He shot 50% for the field, 40% from 3 and 90% from the free throw line. Only the 9th player in history to do that. Most recent player before that was Steph Curry. However, Kyrie Irving did it in the least amount of games because of the shortened season, and he takes all the fucking time. So, although he was at a club, it's going to have an asterisk next to it because he only played 53 games, I believe, 52, right around there.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I had for basketball,
Which is
this
30,
week,
30 short, so those averages are higher.
Right.
Like that's
what
that's
I'm
a little
saying.
fishy.
And people
Yeah.
were like talking about it like he was like, oh, everyone shits on Kyrie, put some respect on his name. He just did this. It's like, okay, he did it in 50 games though.
Right. 30 games, his averages would have dipped probably.
Right.
Which
Makes a difference.
stupid. Yeah.
All right.
Playoff bracket got.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
for
I
the
forgot about that.
NBA. That was the last bit I had for them. Because of the COVID shortened season, they are doing play-in games, which is kind of
Yeah,
kind of
the
bizarre.
NHL did that last year. It was really weird for me.
But Woj said that might not be a playoff. That might not be a shortened season thing. That might be the new normal.
Really, I didn't see him say that, but that I don't like that.
Well, it's stupid because they already have the highest percentage of teams making the playoffs anyway. The highest percentage is in the NBA of teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, so
they
that's
already
stupid
have it.
from jump
So-
then.
Exactly, dude. Like you're just
Yeah.
putting more people. So like 2/3 of your teams make the playoffs now, or a playoff game, like a play-in game. Like it's just
Right.
Yeah, and that's gonna. I mean, they're trying to get stars, like teams, to not sit their stars. That's not helping their case
Yeah.
throughout the regular season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
for sure. All right, well, go ahead, Dubs.
So we have to play the Wizards in a play-in game. If we win that, we're gonna go play the Nets, which I don't want to do. Looks like
Yeah.
a first round exit for
Yeah,
Cowboys.
I saw some
But,
Nets
a couple-
highlights today, and I was like, "Good God!" Like it was
Yeah,
crazy.
and they're gonna be healthy, which fuck, and we're not at all. But a couple series I'm interested in: Nuggets versus the Blazers. I like that series, the 3 seed versus the 6 seed in the West, and I also like the 4 seed and 5 seed in the East. That's gonna be the Knicks and the Hawks. I like both of those series. I think they're gonna be the most entertaining out of the bunch in the first round.
yeah.
All right, well, you want to talk about some hockey?
Absolutely, the second period's just about over. No goals.
Yeah.
2-2 going into the third.
Yeah, let's talk about the playoffs thus far. What's crazy is that 3 of the 4 games played so far have gone to OT. So the Bruins, the Caps went to OT the other night, and then last night the Islanders and the Pens went to OT, and the Wild and the Knights didn't actually. Oh no, it did. It did. So yeah, the only one that didn't was the Lightning and the Panthers. And every game thus far has been a 1-goal game.
Which was a minute away from going to overtime.
Right, exactly.
They scored that last goal in the minute of regular time. So that was a minute away from going to overtime.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing about it is I'm watching these games or I'm not watching all of them, but watching highlights and stuff. And I just cannot decide which team I like better. I did a bracket, but I didn't do it who I thought was going to win. I just did who I wanted to win, because I was like, I'm just going to have some fun here. But yeah, the Bruins Caps game, as I discussed with Double, I think before we recorded the show, maybe we were recording. I don't know. I'm going to say it again. If McAvoy's stick doesn't break on that first Caps goal, they win that game. That's just bad fucking luck. And it pissed me off, to be honest, because it was just like, man, that's some bullshit.
It's you off.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure it made you so fucking mad. But I felt so bad for him because you could tell he was just so, down about it.
Oh, he took it he cost us.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably took it real hard.
It happens. Shit happens.
But the Islanders and the Penguins game.
It would have been way fucking worse if we're deeper in the series. It was a swing game. It was going to happen. At least it was game 1.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm still confident that they can win that series, but we'll see. The Islanders and the Pens game was separated by one shot. There was literally 42 shots for the Pens and 41 for the Islanders, and the Islanders end up winning 4-3. So that's interesting. The Wild beat the Knights, though.
The trade deadline acquisition from the Islanders, who only had 2 goals since he was acquired, and I can't think of his name. It's P something. Ori?
Oh, fuck. I can't remember it. Hold on. I'll look it up. What were you going to say?
Anyway, he had 2 goals in that game, and he's only had 2 since he was acquired by them before that game. So he came through huge for the Islanders in that game.
Palmieri.
Kyle Palmieri. Yep, that's exactly who it is. Yeah. I mean, the Wild beat the Knights, which, I'm not underestimating the Wild, but what's shocking to me is the shot count, actually, because the Wild had 30 shots on goal and the Knights had 42, and the Wild won 1-0. So that seems, I didn't watch that game, but it seems to me like that indicates a goaltending battle. You know what I mean?
Well, their head-to-head record was better. The Wild beat the Knights more than the Knights beat the Wild head-to-head in the season. So, everyone thought it was going to be a closer game, but all of these games have just been great. Yeah, we've talked about it before. NHL, hands down, the best postseason, and I think baseball has the second best. Every moment is so intense. Yeah, but these games are just so damn good. Like, the NHL just kills it when it comes to playoffs. All of these games are just great. The Florida Lightning game was also amazing. Saturday I just had kind of stuff on in the background, but God, I watched the Penguins, which was a great game. The Wild, which is a great game, and then the Florida versus Lightning game, which was also a great game.
Yeah, that Wild Knights series is going to be really fucking good, I think. Just the whole time.
Yeah,
I think the Florida series is going to be amazing too.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what Birdie was saying at the end of last episode too.
Yeah, I think they shut up the naysayers. That was probably the best game. Yeah. Out of all of them the week.
And there was one goal, was it Barkov? Somebody scored a goal in that game that I was like, what the fuck? That's disgusting. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, the Lightning Panthers series and honestly the Islanders Penguins series are the two that I really think are going to be the most fun to watch, because they're going to be gritty and the Lightning Panthers will be I think a high skill series, which is always fun to watch. But the Penguins and the Islanders series, I feel like is going to be a gritty series, because the Islanders are they're a big body team. They're dirty, not dirty, but gritty as fuck to play against. They have big checkers,
gritty,
Yeah, man.
We sat here and called the Flyers frauds months ago, and guess who aren't in the playoffs?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Good call, Meech.
Your resident hockey expert over here, just calling it like I see it, dude.
Yeah, they fell apart real fucking quick. They looked really good for the first 2 weeks of the season, and then they just fell apart really quick. I think some of that was tearing up the roster when they really shouldn't have, but that's a different story. I don't know.
I mean, goaltending just looked really bad.
It did.
And that's the thing. And they were saying it, all of the analysts were saying it before, is you don't get outshot every night and win those games. That's just not a good formula for winning games in the NHL.
No, it's not. And I feel like they kind of went a little bit panicky and started tearing up the defense. And I feel like sometimes it's just, that's not helpful. But what can you do? You have to do something. You can't not change it. You have to make an adjustment of some kind. So, yeah, I feel like that was a lose-lose situation for them personally.
Also, Huberdeau was the one who was just fucking carrying the Panthers.
Yes,
in that
that's
game.
who it was.
You said Barkov.
Yeah, it was Huberdeau. Yeah, it was disgusting.
And imagine how bad that team would be with Ekblad. Oh my God, they would be that team would be a fucking sight, man. I mean, they're a sight without him, but imagine them with Ekblad too.
Yeah,
I mean, that series is gonna be fun. They let them play too. It was a real hard played game.
Yeah, they did. I mean,
but yeah,
the thing is,
I am
all
all in
these
for
series
these
are going to
fucking
be fun.
playoffs, man.
All of them are going to be fun to
Yeah.
watch. Like, even the Canes and the Predators, I think, is going to be fun to watch. The Avalanche and the Blues start up tonight, and that one I'm actually really excited about. Not so much for the Blues, but just because I like watching the Avalanche play hockey. And
Well, did you see Ryan Riley called his shot, bro?
no, I didn't. What did he say? I've been
Said we're gonna
so busy,
win.
you know.
We're gonna win this game.
Wow. He's pulling a Mark Messier.
Yeah, yeah. He just pointed to center field. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to pull a Mark Messier. We'll see if it works for him.
Called his shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens here. I'm hopeful that the Bruins can beat the Capitals. Like I said last episode, it really, for me, comes down to how well is Alex Ovechkin going to play. Because I think the rest of the team is really good. I'm not going to fault them. But I think he's the deal breaker. Like, they need him to play well to beat the Bruins in a 7-game series. Because the Bruins are not the best team in the league. I mean, I'm not shocking anyone by saying that. On paper, anyway.
I don't know if they need them. I have not been impressed by the Bruins.
That's what I'm saying. They're not the best team in the league on paper. But the thing about the Bruins is this season...
I call it like I see it, but they are the least... I feel like they are very thin ice.
They are. No,
So
they are.
Keep talking this way.
But here's the thing about the Bruins, Meech. When crunch time comes, they get the job done. And that's what it takes to win in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Goddamn right.
They do. They get the job done.
Yes, but there's just so many teams. Like, these...
This is what they do to me every goddamn year, Meech. They just drag out series. They bring it down to the wire. They play from behind, but they get it fucking done.
Do they?
Well, also, the thing is, the whole season...
They get it done enough to go deep and
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's where I was going with that.
They're real good at that.
But the thing about it is, in the regular
Real
season,
good at ripping my heart
they
out.
had a
They're the best
bit of
Boston
a
team at that.
they had a bit of a scoring problem, but then they got Taylor Hall, and that has been somewhat alleviated. I mean, in the playoffs, most of the time, the games are not super high scoring. They're normally 3-2, maybe 4-3. Sometimes you get a 5-4 or whatever, but most of the time they're not high scoring games because everyone's playing so well defensively and the goalies are on point. But yeah, I think with the addition of Taylor Hall, that's what kind of makes them a wild card. Is now they have a little more scoring depth, and that could take them potentially further. Will they win the whole show? I don't know about that. I'm not sold, but I do think they can beat the Capitals. Personally, that's how I feel. That is my hill that I'm gonna die on. Rangers fired their coach. I don't know if you guys saw that. They fired David Quinn.
See that.
Yeah, like I said
Just
before, I
after you
want
said
him
you
to
liked
get
the
fired.
guy.
No, I don't like the guy. My problem is, if you fire him, who do you replace him with right now? There's not really a whole lot of good coaches on the market. So that was my problem. I don't think he's the coach to get this team to a Stanley Cup, but I don't see who you replace him with right now. And I feel like you shouldn't fire a coach.
Torts is
I
available.
was just gonna say Torts.
I know.
Torts is
I know
available.
he's available. And some people are like, bring Torts back. And I'm like, dude, if you do that, we'll never win a cup again. Because Torts doesn't play the right style of hockey that this team is built for. You know, he plays like...
No, but he's perfect in that media market.
He is. Oh, he's the best, like, media coach in fucking hockey. Like, I used to love it when someone would, like, Larry Brooks would ask him a question, and he would just be like, shut the fuck up, I'm not answering that question. It's a stupid question. And he'd just, like, storm off. It was like, I love that guy.
Not be limited to hockey. That might be all of pro sports. He is
Yeah.
up there. He is
Top
fucking
five.
up there, dude.
Top
He's
five.
definitely up there. I agree. But he can also be, from what I've been told, kind of a locker room cancer because he's so abrasive that he doesn't
He's
get
so
along with certain
torts.
players. Yeah, exactly. Torts is like a verb. He's torting out.
He's torting out right now.
Yeah, but like I said, we'll see what happens with the Rangers and in the playoffs. I'm rooting for the Bruins, boys. I am rooting for them right now. So we'll talk more about that next weekend. I
Is
guess
it sad
Tuesday.
I'm rooting for the Capitals just to see Double's team go down?
I wouldn't say it's sad, but it might say something about you as a human.
A little pettiness going on there.
I'll remember that.
As soon as I say a little pettiness going on, though, Devil chimes in with, "I'll remember that." So it's not like a one-sided fucking battle here.
Yeah, you're not alone. We're all a little bit petty, I guess. All right, well,
next time the Eagles have a fucking playoff game, we'll come dressed in the. I'm gonna like send Meech a picture dressed in the full garb of the team.
What you got to do is just go find an eagle and like cut its head off and just send a picture. Of
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ!
I might go to prison.
Man,
I don't know if it's worth it.
Cool.
You got to risk it for the biscuit, bro. That's what you got to do. Risk it for the biscuit.
I love pissing Meech off, but I don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I like to.
But yeah, I am excited. These playoffs have been fucking lit so far, and I'm excited to watch. I've been more invested than I have been since like the Kings were doing well,
right?
In the NHL, and so I'm pretty excited. I've watched the most hockey I've ever watched in my life, probably this season.
Hell yeah, that makes me happy, dude.
I was busy this weekend, so I kind of missed a lot of the game ones, except for ours. But I'm real excited to sit down and enjoy it.
I mean, all I'm saying is if the first round is looking like this, imagine what the second round is going to be like. Right. It's going to be fucking nutty.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, we're going to talk about some football. Is there any football news to talk about, boys?
We got a little bit of some football news.
Just a little bit. We got a little bit.
Hainsworth. Remember Albert Hainsworth?
Uh-huh. What's going on? Oh, fuck,
Oh, you can?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, bud.
You said remember Albert Hainsworth.
I couldn't hear you, apparently.
Yes. D-tackle. Former Washington Football Club member.
Former New England Patriot. Very, very briefly. It was not a good Bill Belichick experiment.
But that's one of those where there's no skin off his back. Like he loses nothing by bringing him in.
Right. But yeah, I got a new kidney.
Oh,
for him. Good for him.
Dope.
He had kidney failure in 2019 at 37, and now at 39, he's got a new kidney.
Awesome. Those videos always make me cry. Like the video of like some dude needs a kidney and like his like homie gives him a kidney. Like I don't know why that shit just gets me, dude.
I'll pull you.
Yeah, it's just like damn guys being dudes.
Except Meech, who doesn't have a soul apparently, because he's not going to chime in on this.
I mean, I don't have any thoughts on it. I don't care.
Meech doesn't have a soul. That's the name of the episode. That's the name of the episode.
He's actually able to watch those like Sarah McLachlan commercials where the pets are just like
no. Don't get me started on those. I cannot do that. But
yeah.
But it's funny because I'll cry at like rom-coms, just romantic comedies.
Oh hell yeah!
Like but some of this other shit, I'll just be like, I don't give a fuck.
Meech, I'm gonna stop you right there. Put your soapbox away next to the purse, and we don't need the song. Put it away before we get started. We don't need to go.
It was funny when I got
crying route.
when I got Vinny, I was like, oh, I'll be fine going to the pound. I'll be fine. I went to the pound and I walked by.
Like, I want them all.
Single cage.
Give me all the dogs.
And I was like, this was one of the saddest things I've ever done in my life. Like, it's so sad.
It's so sad.
And I was looking for like an older dog because they don't get the love. And I just want a dog. I ended up getting closer to a puppy. He wasn't like an actual puppy. He's full grown when I got him, but closer to a puppy just because he was half the size. There's a black lab there that was like 100 pounds. And I was just like, I just don't want a dog that big, god damn it. And so
that lab's already that big. They always get fat.
He was like a 7-year-old. He was an old dog.
But he's gonna get older and fatter. What I'm saying.
Oh yeah, he'll get fatter for sure, yeah.
I bet he looked adorable though when he was at his oldest and fattest.
Oh, probably. I was delivering to a house the other day, and they had 2 of those old fat labs, and I was like, yes,
just waddling
my
around.
Friend. Yeah. I also tried to get a deer in my car the other day.
You what?
I tried to get a deer in my car. I got a deer. I'll have to send you the video. I had it dumb close to my fucking car.
Oh, okay. That's dangerous, bro.
I don't care. I was tempting it with pizza. I wanted the deer in my car.
Well, what was your game plan after you got the deer in your car?
Go back to work and tell them I'm going home because I.
No. He's gonna get high with the deer and ride it around like Harold and Kumar. Except I think that was a cheetah.
Can you imagine if your delivery guy shows up with food
Yeah,
and he's just got a deer in his back seat?
Yeah, that would be. I would give him like a $50 tip. I'd be like, dude,
yeah, exactly.
Lit as fuck, bro. You are living your best life. Like, take this $50. Like, I owe it to you. Like,
and I had picked up I dropped off a pizza that was wrong, so they got a refund, and they gave it the one that was fucked up. They gave that back to me, and like we can't really do anything,
dude.
With that.
Anytime someone delivers me food and it's the wrong order, I just eat it. I don't ask for the refund or anything because I just feel like it's. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, it just feels bad, you know?
You would be shocked how many people don't do that.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
I never got that too. That happened to me literally last week, and I was like, I mean, I could call everything, but that just seems like a goddamn production. I'm just gonna eat this shit.
And it's just more work for those people.
And then, well, not only that, but you're hungry, right? You ordered food, so you're hungry.
Right.
I'm not gonna wait another hour and a half.
Nope.
For the whole thing to come out again. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. Yep. 100%.
Like, that just doesn't make sense to me at all.
At all. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't know. But I also, especially with pizza, like, I think I've said this before. Every time I get a pizza, I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait 5 minutes for it to cool down. I'm not going to be a fat fuck. And then I eat it and I inevitably burn the roof of my mouth. Like, I just can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't control myself with pizza, dude.
If I pick up a pizza, I will eat at least 2 slices on the way.
Yeah.
I am that fatty eating the pizza in the
car. Me too. Me fucking too. Pizza. Fat people of the world unite. Let's go.
Mess.
Fat army. Let's go.
Meech, how about that time when we were playing video games and you ordered delivery from or DoorDash or whatever it was, and the guy gave you like a full family's food for like.
Oh yeah, that was a Chinese restaurant, and the restaurant called me, and I was like, I don't want no.
I remember that. They called you and Beach was like, I'm not answering that.
Because I had already dug in. And that might have been bad on my part because it was like small business. But you know, I don't bug anyone when my order's not correct. It's just not worth it.
I agree with you. It's not worth it at all. So let's get back on track here. Yeah, let's get back on track here. What else is what else is going on in football?
I mean, staying with the Washington Football Club, the former ones, we mentioned Albert Haynesworth earlier. Ryan Kerrigan, Mr. Washington Football Club, just signed with the Eagles. I love today.
Ryan Kerrigan, so that's a steal.
He's as much as I wanted to hate him the whole time.
You couldn't.
I couldn't. No,
he's really good.
He's just so good at what he does. Yeah,
and he just seems like a real good dude too.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a captain. Like he seems like a JJ Watt kind of guy. You know, just like that captain of the defense. That like bedrock, like Malcolm Jenkins was like that for us too. Like exactly. And he's only going to that makes our defensive line look pretty solid again. Yeah,
you're missing one piece. That helped.
We're missing a lot more than one piece, but. Like I said, we did well in the draft, and we're addressing some issues. Ertz is still on the team, which is shocking to me. I mean, I'm happy. I love Zach Ertz, but I don't think he's going to be on the team this season.
Kerrigan?
No, Ertz.
Oh, Ertz, yeah. I was like, they just signed what?
No, Kerrigan is signed, and yeah, he will be. But Ertz, they talked about trading before the draft, and then during the draft, and he's still on the team. So. I don't know when
I thought he was going to go during the draft.
I thought for sure we got flip him for picks. We didn't do that. So I don't know if their asking price was too high or what. But, I mean, I think he's under contract for at least one more year. But you would think that they would do something to get something for him because you know he's out after that. He's not resigning. So I'd be all in favor of that.
All in
Speaking
favor,
of reunions. Speaking of reunions, did you see your boy is back in New England?
The boys are back in town.
Brian Hoyer. is
Yeah,
back in New England. Favorite.
Every time he leaves, he's back like a year or two later. This is just what happens. Bill Belichick loves Brian Hoyer. He's going to be a QB coach at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I saw. Yeah, I mean, he's been on your team like 4 times, right?
It happened again.
Something crazy like that, like 4 times. It's been happening intermittently.
Yeah, I know.
It's driving me insane every time it's happening. I'm fucking.
It's all good.
Losing your mind.
Yeah.
Losing my sight.
Every time I go to say a point, I cut out for 30 seconds and don't hear what you guys say. But yeah, Brian Hoyer always comes back to the Patriots. He leaves, comes back. I've said it before. If he starts another game for the Patriots, I'm not watching it. I won't do it. I can't watch another Brian Hoyer start. He's really fucking bad. But for some reason, Bill just loves him.
Yeah, he must do everything right.
Right. And that's
Other
for
than
sure
play the
what it
game.
is. He does everything right. Bill loves him. They're probably just text all the time, but he just can't play quarterback as starting caliber.
No,
he just can't do it.
That was a horror. I watched that game wasn't last.
I think it was
it
2
the year
years
before
now.
last year?
Yeah.
And it was real bad.
I turned it off in the first quarter.
I think he had 4 interceptions.
Couldn't do it. And that's how I feel every time he's on the field. That's
I can hear the frustration in your voice already.
I know. Just the defeated. It's gonna be garbage.
Oh boy.
Okay, so finishing up the NFL, did you have anything else?
your boy Chris Long trolled the fuck out of Alvin Kamara.
Oh my god, that was a fucking. And by the way, I cannot type on Twitter, and I don't know what it is. I don't understand.
You type fine in text like you. I don't know. It's just on.
Hardly ever misspeak in text, and yet for Twitter, I can't. That's like the 4th or 5th.
I love.
Yeah,
I go on to
God level
Beach's
trolling.
fucking. Like he'll mention me in something, and I'm driving. I go look at it or whatever, and it looks like Meech typed it while he was driving. And I know he's just sitting at home at work checking Twitter. And again, you type fine any other time. It's just
I don't understand why.
I was gonna bring it up to you the other night, and then off recording the other night, me type on Twitter. I was like, thank you. I was gonna say it myself.
It's so bad. Yeah, no. So Mark Ingram got his luggage lost. The legend, the myth, the man, the legend, fucking Chris Long. I love Chris Long. Changed his Twitter account to look like the United account, and it was at United or something like that.
So his app changed the name that you see.
That's right. That's right. Because it was still at Joel 9,
right?
Whatever, 1 Joel, whatever the fuck
whatever his tag is. But the actual screen name itself was changed to United Airlines, and he's verified, so it looked like the verified United account.
Yes, so good, and was like, you could just buy new clothes. Mark Ingram.
He's like, you're rich, you can afford new clothes.
God level, fucking God level. It was God level. I put good level.
Yeah, that's why the text thing came up.
I cannot type on Twitter, and I don't know why. But yeah, no, Chris Long is the man, and that was great.
It got me because Meech, I saw this is good level by Chris Long, and I was trying to figure out what you were talking about, because I was like, did he mistype this, and what is going on here? This looks like United Airlines. And then I scrolled and realized he got everyone else too.
Nope.
Including Alvin
And because
Kamara.
I love Kyle Long or Chris Long, I know that that's his Twitter thing, and I saw at Joel, whatever the fuck it is. I know that's his handle, and so I saw that immediately, and I wasn't fooled at all by that. Washington just scored.
Fuck.
I hate them.
I hate them too, bud. I hate them too. It's all right. One day they'll get theirs. Well, is there any other football stuff you guys want to talk about?
No. goddamn team that I follow that rips my fucking heart out like the Bruins. There's no other team that does it.
Yeah?
Like not that I like care more about them. It's just that they consistently blow it.
The
Yeah.
Celtics do that shit too, but you like the Bruins more.
I don't know.
Because
The Celtics
Patriots just
haven't
don't
done
stop winning championships, and the Red Sox win enough championships to pacify their suckiness.
And
the
they
other
sucked for
year.
86 years, and they've won 4 championships in my life. I will never complain
Right.
about them.
Exactly.
Right. I don't know. They just. I feel like the Celtics. They're dead in the water before the playoffs. The Bruins
let me stop you
feel
there.
like
Let me stop you there. That's not what you said.
once Jaylen Brown got hurt, it was,
Yeah.
that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
but they were dead before that. Like they were not looking good before. He
Either
went
way,
down, really.
every fucking time we go on the playoffs, I think the Bruins can win the cup, and they rip my heart out. I don't feel that way with the Celtics every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
But I had one last thing for football.
Mhm.
The rookie offensive lineman for the Ravens, his name's Ben Cleveland. Story came out that he used to hunt squirrels, and he got asked about it at a press conference, and his quote to it was, "Yeah, I'll fry up a squirrel or two."
I've eaten
And
a
it sold
squirrel.
me on Ben Cleveland.
I've eaten a
Have you?
squirrel. Yeah.
It
What?
tastes like.
It tastes.
I said, and it tastes like.
I don't know. That's hard to describe. It was also like 20 some years ago, but it was fine. You know, it's like a rabbit. Actually, a rabbit tastes pretty fucking good.
I had bear that was.
Really, I ate that one time and it was gross. I did not enjoy it.
It wasn't cooked great, but I think
Mhm.
if it was cooked better, I would have really liked it. I think the meat itself was solid.
Yeah, that could have been
But
the
it
case
just
for
was
me.
not
It
cooked
just
well.
was not cooked well, but I did not like it. I was like, this shit tastes nasty as fuck. I've been eating a lot of seaweed. You ever eat seaweed? It's so good.
Yeah. It just tastes like salt.
Fair enough.
Like it's fine, like in a sushi roll, like packed in casing a sushi roll.
Right.
But I've tried, because that's like a California thing. I feel like seaweed is really good for your body, and it's bad. It just doesn't taste good to me. It just tastes like salt.
Yeah.
I'm not a big salt person anyway.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good for you.
The last thing I had for the NFL is Tamba Hali. Talk about one of the great names of all time. Tamba Hali signed a one-day contract to retire as a Chief. The linebacker, I believe, won the Super Bowl with them and then left after that. I could be wrong on that. He might not have been there for that. But he was a Chief for a while. He was a great linebacker, and he has a great name.
Yeah, that is
So
a
he retired
strong
as a
fucking
Chief.
name. Strong fucking name.
Tamba Hali, bro.
Hell yeah, love that. All right, well, anything else you guys want to talk about before we get the hell out of here?
Negatory.
All right, then.
And I think we've lost double again, so it would be apt to leave right now.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to this episode. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you sticking it out. This one was a little disjointed. We're a little all over the place. We'll try to rein it in next week. Follow us on all the socials. It's Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.
I don't apologize for that.
Yeah, I know. You don't apologize for anything. It's one of my favorite things about you.
I'm unapologetic.
Yeah, you just speak your truth and you keep it moving. It's a beautiful way to live. I feel like you could be a like spiritual teacher of some kind. You could start a cult. Be pretty dope. The Meech Nishis. I'm down. I'll join.
That one.
We can wear what's your favorite color?
Like some iteration in blue.
All right, we'll wear all blue all the time. All right, well, follow us on all the socials. It's All Stone Sports Podcast. Let's get the hell out of here. Peace out.
Dulce.
I'm going to just say later for dubs. Later.
Transbutia.
There you go.